Hi folks, I had a message from Lifton1 on YouTube saying, how did you decide on the colours for your palettes as soon as I've been using them for such a long time? And this all started, I've mentioned on more than one occasion, a big influence when I was starting was Ron Ranson, and he used the same 7 colours on his palette. Raw sienna, burnt umber, light red, ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey. I think that's the 7, and I think that's the 7, yeah. So I just copied his palette. I always have them in the same place, so I know exactly where they are. And I've just never found any reason to change it, to be honest with you. I can't think of a colour that I've seen in a reference or in real life that I haven't been able to replicate from that palette. And to be honest with you, I don't even think the colour is the most important part of the paint. It's all about tonal contrast and variation. If you get the tones right, that's the more important thing, getting the contrasts, your lights and your darks. It can be any colour really, it doesn't really make any difference what the colour is. And you know, you don't have to get this exact shade of green, it doesn't really make any difference. As long as you get the tones and the shadows and the lights right, it's not really that important. So for that reason, I've just stuck with the 7 colours, and it's never seemed important to find other colours. So just to go mentally, just a quick overview of each colour. So probably raw sienna is a common one. That's always in the top right hand corner. Use that, just general background washes, give a bit of flavour to the background. Mix it with lemon yellow if you want to do greens or whatever. You can mix it with a few other colours. Then you got burnt umber, brown again. Mixes with light red for like doing, I don't know, paths or like bushes or the undergrowth, bracken, all this sort of stuff. Light red itself, that's always on the bottom right hand corner. Very, very strong red. If you want to inject a burst of colour into your paintings, maybe use it even in the skies. If you want to get like a sunset or a sunrise or something. And then in the bottom left hand corner, I always have ultramarine. I'd say recently blue. It used to be raw sienna, but I'd say I'll probably use blue more than any other colour now, because it just comes in handy. Not just for things like skies and water and mixing for the greens and whatnot, but for just generally darkening your paint mixes. Don't think you normally, you know, if you want to get you want to darken a colour, that you automatically go for like a Payne's grey or mix it with something like that. I always go for blue. It just works really well for things like that. If you mix blue and the burnt umber, you get almost black. I never go straight to the Payne's grey. I always try and mix it. If I want it dark, I really try and mix 2 colours, so you get all those little subtle variations. If you just have one colour on your brush, it's just a flat wash, and it just looks boring. Then I have lemon yellow, obviously predominantly for mixing greens. You could also use it in the sky as well with other colours, get that nice bright yellow morning sunrise type of look. Then in the top left hand corner I always have Payne's grey. Generally that's just generally for darkening. I can't think of many reasons that I use it for than just to darken a paint mix really. Like I say, recently I generally tend to use the blue rather more than the Payne's red, but it's there in case you ever need it. And then always at the top I've got alizarin crimson, which is great for things like skies, especially like mixing with the blue to get that nice crimsony purple colour if you want to do really nice dramatic reddy huey skies. So those are the 7 colours. Been using them, like I say, pretty much since I've started painting. But obviously, even if you're following along with me, you don't have to use the same colours. The general techniques are the same with whatever colours you're using. So, you know, experiment more than what I've done if you want to. It's entirely up to you. So, all the very best and happy painting.